We also need to stop K. Marion on the other side and stop the defensive end Chris Porter from sacking the quarterback. He's got 9 sacks and leads the league.
We're going to see Chicago start things off here tonight as away we go here. And Albuquerque, an early fumble on the return, but it's recovered by the hands team. Russian touchdown man, along with being a top 10 running back in terms of yards. Jive will go back to throw on third down, and that time ran out immediately. No chance. Players, so he's got to be up there amongst the top of the league in quarterback sacks this season, as that punt goes away and it will be returned at the 15-yard line. Fumbled again, and his ball's loose, and it goes back to Albuquerque. Yeah, so you might have to help me out here. Jive back to throw once again.
All day.
Finds Finnemore on the right side and has plenty of space and drives it through. 1st and 10. It's going to be an offset I formation. Jive back to throw on a 2-step drop and tries to find Finnemore and connects with him. Cool kind of guy. He likes to have those bare hands to grab the football. I don't blame him. Jive again back to throw. Goes for the swing pass. Finds Jason Williams, who will get the first down. It looks like Frank Taylor that's going to be in that backfield on that halfback position. And they will give it to him on 3rd and inches, and great work.
They're using a little bit of clock.
And sometimes the name of the game is the time possession. Jive back to throw will sling things off to Williams once again. And he will just move himself forward. That swing pass, that catch and run, set up heavy on receivers. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Jive back to throw, trying to find Wall, but it was well covered. One of a handful of kickers this season to be perfect. And this kick sailing from right to left, but eventually crosses Main Street, and that is no problem at all. Reset the chains on 1st down. Similar formation than they had before. Attack will be back to throw once again. Finds another target. This is going to be Fullerton. Open hole to take advantage of. Attack back to throw again on 1st down. Goes middle. Finds DeQueen again down the middle. 10 pass attempts. He just needs to get some results in terms of the scoreboard. Patak back to throw once again and goes middle once again. Fullerton to throw that football as opposed to a man-style defense. Patak again back to throw. Moving around the pocket, trying to find a target, and he does. Dean Jackson down the middle, puts 6 on the board for Chicago.
Or the Ray Colson School of catchy.
See, that's for safeties. Patak back to throw here on 3rd down. Finds a target on the right side. And Tina Queen and John Fullerton have been mowing down this Albuquerque defense. Trying along the safeties, TJ Frosty, Jack Napier, Brian James. We've all said their name, at least a couple times in this 1st half. We'll shift the 3rd receiver over the right side, try to overload things a little bit. Patak back to throw, trying to find one of those receivers on that right side. It looked to be Fullerton. This is to tie the football game. It is earing left, and it is no good.
Good luck defending her.
It will be a play fake, but the defense kept tight and ready. Melaitis Manning gets the sack. Finnemore over to the left side. Chicago looks ready for man, but Jive will go back to throw and will find Finnemore. Down to 20 seconds here in the half. It's going to be a play fake. Jive will look over the left side and finds side. And you were talking about this. It only took a matter of time before Marion gets her touchdown. 6 on the board for Albuquerque. 2 receivers to the left on this 1st down. Attack on a quick set and drop, and it's intercepted down the middle. William Patterson has been looking for that all game, and he finally gets one in his hands.
It's a gift.
Absolute gift. Let's see if they can take advantage of that gift. And Williams thought he was going to break free on that tackle and go away. They're going to forget about a running back in the backfield. This is an empty set for 3rd and 10. Back to throw, just overthrows Lee, wide open on the right side, but that was about 3 or 4 yards too much. And I'm a guy that says he loves his mustard, but that was too much mustard. And from the left hash, it doesn't make it automatic. Gonna make sure he lines this up, and lines it up. He does. That scoreboard on their side, you have to respond in some kind. Second down, Patak back to throw, looking on the right side, and it's caught, but it's fumbled. And it will be returned by Albuquerque. This could be a challengeable call here, Rochelle. I'm not sure. Replay out of this before the challenge. And it was decently caught by Scott, but I don't think there was enough possession on that football. Interception and a reception fumble. Jive will sling this back to the left side, and Jason Williams again. 2nd and 10. It's going to be split back formation. Jive on a 2-step drop finds Jack Wall down the middle, and we haven't seen, too many deep routes from Wall, but that one.
They shouldn't give him popcorn at halftime.
No, that's a high carb snack as well. Like, you should be having oranges, apples. Like, get some fruit in there. Like, get off the Twinkie diet. Jive back to throw on 3rd down. Has to roll out a little bit. Tries to find Clarence Lee in the end zone, but once again, Derek Majors with the deflection. Can't manage to get hold on the football. That is just terrible luck. And Mike O'Neill is screaming. And he's starting to struggle a little bit. He's 5 of his last 10. Jive back to throw. He's got pocket time. Looking down the field. It's picked off. A little bit of a hot potato action from Ricky Robinson. Can't afford to get 0 on this drive. Starting at Albuquerque's 28. Patak back to throw. Finds Scott down the middle. Has that slot tight end over on his left. Patak back to throw. Off his back foot, finds Tita Queen, and 2 plays. How do you do? 6 on the board for Chicago. They can convert this. This carries the momentum. If they don't, Albuquerque is 3 minutes away from winning this matchup. And a pass over the left side into double coverage, incomplete. The South has been absolutely crazy this season, whereas Chicago will fall themselves to 2-8. But it's been a hard fighting 2-8, as you see in this battle here. Another close loss. Chicago's making all the right progressions on this team. They just haven't figured it out in terms of, full-fledged victories so far this season. They've won against Oklahoma City and Nashville, but both of them are winless teams at this stage. But they're still going to fight until the end of this. And we have hit 0-0s here in New Mexico. Albuquerque improves themselves to 8-2, make the final 23-14 in a tough, hard-hitting, passing and running fight